Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm here to teach you about carbohydrate count. Because you have diabetes, you need to manage your blood glucose levels to stay healthy. Carb counting can help you plan your meals and snacks so that you have more control, consistency, and flexibility with the foods you eat. It also helps control carb food portions. Carb counting can help you achieve better blood glucose control and keeps you safe by matching the amount of insulin with the amount of carbs you eat. So let's get started. So, what is a carbohydrate? Carbohydrate, or carb, is a fancy word for sugar, and your body needs this sugar to do things like run, play, and think. Huh? When you eat carbs, it's converted into sugar in your blood, and then your blood sugar goes up. Carbs don't always taste sweet, so you can't always rely on your taste buds to tell whether the food has carbs or not. Sugar can be found in foods naturally, like potatoes, rice, fruits, and some starchy veggies. Sometimes, sugar is added during the processing, like milk, yogurt, juices, cookies, and bread. I can help you identify foods that contain carbs by breaking them into groups such as grain products, like breads, muffins, bagels, and pasta. Fruit that's fresh, dried, or frozen, or fruit juice. Legumes such as kidney beans, chickpeas, and lentils. Milk that's white, chocolate, as well as yogurt, and soy beverages. Lastly, foods like white and brown sugar, maple syrup, honey, and molasses have carbs. Not all foods contain carbs, and some foods have such small, insignificant amounts of carbs that they are commonly referred to as carbohydrate-free foods. So therefore, carbohydrate-free foods are foods that don't raise blood sugars. Some low-calorie carb-free options are celery, lettuce, cauliflower, broccoli, and spinach. But remember, not all carb-free foods are low in calories. If you eat too many high-calorie carb-free foods, like proteins and fats, you can gain weight. Some of these foods are cheese, meat, peanut butter, margarine, salad dressing, bacon, and oil. Now that you know which foods have carbs and which don't, let's learn how many carbs are in the foods you eat so you can count them. Here are some resources that can help you learn how to do this. The nutrition facts on packaged foods. The Canadian Diabetes Association's Beyond the Basics poster. Restaurant nutrition pamphlets. Health Canada's nutrient value of some common foods. And USDA nutrient database file. Let's start with label reading, which is found easily on most packaged foods. I have 3 easy steps to help you understand how to label read. First, start off by finding the serving size of the food you're going to eat. Determine the total amount of carbs for that serving size. Subtract the fiber and sugar alcohols, if present, from the total amount of carbohydrate. This gives you the amount of carbohydrate that will affect your blood glucose level. A 3/4 cup serving with 41 grams of carbs minus 8 grams of fiber equals 33 grams of available carbohydrates that will affect your blood sugar. Simple, right? Let's try that again. Let's use the information on this nutrition facts table as an example. Based on a serving size of 1 slice of bread, the total carbohydrate is 18 grams. Minus 5 grams of fiber equals 13 grams of available carbohydrate. Easy enough, but not all labels will be this simple. Some labels can even be confusing. Take this yogurt box for example. It says that there are 20 grams of carbohydrates per 100 gram. How do I know how much 100 grams is?
Huh?
Here's the breakdown. Read carefully, be aware, and take your time. So what if you don't have access to food labels? There's an easy way to finding the amounts of carbs based on a portion. We will use the Beyond the Basics poster to show us how many carbs food portions contain. The poster is divided into 7 food groups. Food groups that contain carbohydrate and raise your blood sugars are grains and starches, fruits, milk and alternatives, and other choices. And the other food groups that are carb-free foods containing low or no carbohydrates are vegetables, meat and alternatives, and fats. There are a couple of exceptions. Within the vegetable food group, beets, carrots, parsnips, peas, squash, and turnips do contain carbohydrates. Half a cup equals 10 grams of carbs. And within the meat and alternatives food group, legumes or cooked beans such as kidney beans and chickpeas also contain carbs. The poster can help you make some healthier food choices. It's broken into choose more often, green-colored boxes that are healthier options, and choose less often, orange-colored boxes that aren't so healthy options. Remember to eat these in moderation, because they have higher sugar and fat contents. The poster shows you a single serving of 15 grams of carbs, based on the servings shown underneath each picture. So how do you know what a serving size is? The poster shows serving sizes with symbols: 1 cup, half cup, quarter cup, and tablespoons. One serving of any of these foods contains 15 grams of carbohydrate. Keep in mind, the carb content in the poster is approximate and averaged to about 15 grams. In reality, it may be in a range of 12 to 18 grams. For more accurate and precise grams of carbohydrates, I would recommend you check food labels and other resources. As I said before, one serving equals 15 grams of carbs. The serving is shown with a symbol below each picture, such as 1 slice of bread, half a cup of corn, 1 4-inch pancake, 7 crackers, 10 French fries, or half a hot dog bun. Because fruit comes in different sizes, some estimating is required when counting carbs. A small apple or orange is about 10 grams of carbs. A medium apple or orange is about 15 grams of carbs. And a large apple or orange is more like 25 grams of carbs. All these items are also 15 grams of carbs each. Half a cup of juice, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of chocolate milk, 3 cups of popcorn, and 2 small brownies. So let's put all you've learned together and attempt to count the total carbs in a real meal. 2 slices of whole wheat bread equals 30 grams of carbohydrates. 2-ounce chicken breast equals 0 carbohydrates. 1 tablespoon of margarine equals 0 carbohydrates. Half a cup of carrot sticks equals 10 grams of carbohydrates. 25 grapes equals 25 grams of carbohydrates. 1 cup of milk equals 15 grams of carbohydrates, for a grand total of 80 grams of carbohydrates. Of course, maybe you want to change up the game. Maybe you want a chocolate bar that has 25 grams of carbohydrates. To determine the amount of carbs you would need to have the chocolate bar, you need to take away 25 grams somewhere. Maybe no grapes, less 25 grams of carbs. Or no carrots and no milk, less 25 grams of carbs. Or no bread, less 30 grams of carbs. Then you can add the 25 grams of carbs from the chocolate bar and enjoy. This substitution method applies only if you have a meal plan with a fixed amount of carbohydrates. The variables are endless depending on what you want to eat. Try to count carbs as accurately as possible and aim to be within 5 to 10 grams of your target. Counting carbs may be difficult at first, but practicing will make it easier. Now that you know how to count carbs, just do it! How many carbs are in your next meal?